we want to talk about Ugandan soft ground wrestling. It's been sort of a hit.
Oh, it's the rage now in Africa.
Yeah.
It is really the rage.
Apparently, it's all the thing in Central Africa these days. Will Ospreay has promised to go down there when he's free. Cody Rhodes has pledged to send them a ring, which sort of defeats the purpose in a sense of.
Yeah, it sure does.
Soft ground wrestling. Anyway, I sent you a video of this, and I'm sure you've seen bits of it on social media as well. So give us your opinion.
Well, I enjoyed seeing it, to tell you the truth. If you take guys, and if you haven't seen it, what's the name of it? Ugandan soft ground wrestling?
Yeah.
Is it soft ground?
Well, it's almost like churned up soil, isn't it? So, yeah.
Yeah, it is. But I'm watching it, and it's just like some poles in like a little open field here, and they had some ropes, and the floor is just dirt. But to see these guys get out there, and some of their moves weren't bad. You know, for somebody to get in a ring, or even a dirt ring, and do that stuff and fall on their back. And I mean, they have to really enjoy what they're doing and have to be really, really hardcore fans of wrestling. So the part I saw, I saw the two guys, Mansoor, is that his name? Mansoor?
Yeah.
And I forgot the other guy's name.
Mason Mansoor?
I don't know who that is.
We remember Mansoor
but
anyway.
They were the maximum male models.
Yeah.
And they had gone down there to hold a little clinic for these guys, and everybody really appreciated it. And they got in there and they worked with these guys, and it was actually a good thing to see, because I like to see wrestlers, if somebody has a true love for this business, as these African kids do. Well, I don't know what got them down there, but you say Cody Rhodes said he's going to send them a ring.
Mm-hmm. A wrestling ring, not like a wedding ring.
Yeah. And who else was going down there, did you say?
Will Ospreay said he'll go down there. We'll bring up Will Ospreay, and it's traveling straight after this, in fact. But so Will Ospreay's pledged to go down there when he can as well.
So, but I saw some of the stuff they did, and actually the guys I saw in the ring were naturals anyway. I mean, I guess you'd have to learn a little bit differently in a dirt ring than you would a wrestling ring. I don't know, but interesting piece. So if you haven't seen it and you want to see it, just look for it, I guess. And where did you find it?
Oh, it's been on social media quite a lot, but it is on YouTube as well. So Ugandan soft ground wrestling, so give them a watch and everything. I was thinking when I was watching it, it's exactly what Rip Rogers... I mean, they can't learn any other way, because there's no trainers, I'm sure, in Uganda. But as Rip Rogers says, as seen on TV. And you can just, they see a move and then they work it out 10 times, and they sort of like string together a match in that sense. So there's a charm to it. It's a different style of backyard wrestling.
Well, I would actually like to see a match between two of those guys, just to see how they would piece it together. If it could even be pieced together. Sometimes you don't even see nothing. I've seen matches that guys, this is independent matches when I started, they don't talk going in a ring, and it is what it is. And it is what it was. So matches sometimes will be a complete on horror show, and sometimes they'd be pretty decent. But that's for me looking at it. Now the fans, if a match can be horrible, but if the fans like it, is it really horrible? Are the paying customers liking it? So that's your judge if the fans in attendance accept it. So I would be interested in seeing this Ugandan soft ground wrestling.
When I was in high school's different here. We start at 11. And as soon as we got into high school, that's when like wrestling really exploded and everyone was into it. This was like 98. And I always ended up being the guinea pig as the idiot who would take all the power bombs onto the field and choke slams and stuff like that by all these 11, 12, 13-year-old kids who didn't know how to even like drop you properly. Is it a wonder, Dutch, that I've had far more concussions than maybe the average person has, especially for a non-wrestler?
So you got out on the field and took a power bomb on the ground?
Oh yeah, on grass, but at least these guys are churning up the soil and it's softer landing. But man, yeah, I used to be thrown about all the time.
Well, it hurt though, right?
Not that badly. I was very, very skinny, so I had like no body weight. So I sort of just like floated down.
Seemed like that'd make it hurt more.
No, I think it makes it hurt less. Oh, maybe are you thinking like there's less area to spread the impact?
Well, that's what a lot of guys that have to learn in wrestling when they get in. When you take a bump, you spread it out. Don't take it on your hip. Don't take it on your shoulder. Take it flat and spread the impact out. That's the best way to avoid getting hurt. If you take it on your shoulder, well, that's got a point. It can all center there, and you could actually break your shoulder, break your hip. You can do a lot of things.
Yeah,
and it's a wonder more people don't die in wrestling, just trying to learn, because they see all these moves. Oh, I can do that. I can do that. Okay, get in there and do it.
That's happened. Great Khali, when he was training, he I don't know what he was doing. He dropped some kid wrong, killed him.
Yep, I heard that.